Theater has been a part of the culture of the world for the last 2,500 years. There have been Greek theaters, Roman theaters, African theaters, Asian theaters, medieval theaters. They've all been sharing stories and entertaining crowds for centuries. American theater has evolved over the centuries to become part of the American cultural landscape. On Thursday, January 21st, you will have an opportunity to experience a part of the American theater landscape. All 8th grade AMCMS students are going to be watching Everybody's Hero, the Jackie Robinson story. A little bit about the story is, at the start of the summer of 1947, television was brand new, the sound barrier had not been broken, and baseball was a white man's game. By the time fall had arrived, all that had changed. President Harry Truman addressed the nation for the first time on television. Chuck Yeager flew faster than any man had ever flown before, and Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play Major League Baseball. It was no accident that Jackie Robinson was chosen as the first baseball player to break the color barrier in the sport known as America's pastime. There were plenty of good athletes in the Negro Leagues, some maybe even better than Jackie. However, when Branch Rickey decided to add a black person to the Brooklyn Dodgers, he knew that individual had to be special. He had to be strong enough to stand up to the teammates who would ridicule him, the pitchers who would throw at him, and the fans who would send him threats. He had to be able to turn the other cheek to show that he was the bigger man and prove that he could be everybody's hero. This play with music by Mad River Theater Works shows the events that shaped Jackie Robinson's character, his struggle to gain the acceptance, and the tremendous obstacles he overcame on his way to changing the face of our nation and our national pastime. As you can see, cats, this will be nothing like you have experienced while attending AMCMS. With this experience comes a set of expectations for all students, so please make sure that you're paying attention. First off, this is not a movie or a television show. Unlike movies and television, or even rock concerts, live theater performances demand the audience's complete attention throughout the entire performance. One noisy or restless student can easily spoil the performance for the rest of the audience, not to mention for the performers. They can actually hear you. Keep that in mind. Once the performance begins, students should stop all conversation, sit quietly in their seats, and focus on watching the show. Be sure to turn off all cell phones and any devices that you may have with you. Really, you should leave your devices here at school, but if you do have them on you, you need to have them off and keep them put away. Photographing or recording any part of the performance is strictly prohibited. These are the rules of Rudder Theater, and they will strictly be enforced. Do not bring any food or drinks with you on the buses, and you certainly will not be allowed to bring any food or drinks with you into Rudder Theater. Please do not bring any gum either, because the entire theater is carpeted and they do not need gum in their carpet. I really want to encourage you to dress to impress. Attending a theater performance is a wonderful experience, and part of that experience is the opportunity to dress up and wear your Sunday best clothing. I challenge you all to wear your Sunday best so that you truly enjoy the performance, as well as represent yourself and your family to the utmost while you're attending Rudder Theater. Please be sure to understand the consequences that could occur if you can't follow the expectations at Rudder Theater. Students who disrupt the performance or act inappropriately will definitely have consequences back at AMCMS, but if it's necessary, we will remove you from the theater and bring you back to AMCMS early. This is not what we want to have happen, and I don't expect that this is going to happen, but I'm making sure to clearly communicate. This trip is a privilege, and this trip is a treat. We want everyone to see how well we handle ourselves within the community. If you've been receiving consequences here at AMCMS, there's a chance that you may not get to go on the trip. I expect your utmost best because you're representing yourself and your family and your school.